Welcome to Shackleton Crater, home of the proposed NASA moon base. Shackleton Crater is believed to be the largest and one of the oldest impact craters on the moon. Shackleton Crater is 20 kilometers, that's just less than 12.5 miles, in diameter, straight across, and 4 kilometers, just less than 2.5 miles, deep. It is also located on the edge of an interior basin massive near the south pole of the moon in what is named the South Pole Aitken, or SPA for short, basin. Shackleton Crater may have collected water for at least the last 2 billion years. Water is a game-changing resource to find on another world. With the correct technologies, the crater can be mined and used to produce propellant and breathable oxygen. Because the orbit of the moon is tilted only 5 degrees from the ecliptic, the interior of this crater lies in perpetual darkness. Because the lunar spin axis is oriented about 1.5 degrees from normal to the ecliptic, sunlight is always at low angles at the poles, creating both a unique environment where the average temperature was determined to be about 90 degrees Kelvin. That's negative 138 degrees centigrade or Celsius, or negative 298 degrees Fahrenheit, reaching 88 Kelvin at the crater floor. I'm not sure, but I think that 0 degrees Kelvin, nothing moves. Careful analysis of imagery and topographic conditions revealed a small number of illuminated ridges within 15 kilometers of the South Pole, each of them much like an island of no more than a few hundred meters across in an ocean of eternal darkness. Orlander could receive a near-permanent lighting for 70 to 90% of the southern lunar winter, and likely all of the southern lunar summer. Some sites on the rim of Shackleton remained illuminated for 94% of the lunar year. This makes Shackleton Crater an attractive site for a permanent moon base. However, there have been hints that in the past there may have been an ancient extraterrestrial outpost situated in the deep shadows, keeping an eye over humanity and their contemporaries. So, before Artemis astronauts land on the moon, robots will scout the surface for resources and collect information about the lunar South Pole. Some landers and rovers will come equipped with handy tools, including drills and chemical analyzers and maybe ray guns and machine guns, we don't know, to examine what lies below the lunar surface. The Polar Resources Ice Mining Experiment-1, or Prime 1, will be the first in situ resource utilization demonstration on the moon. In situ means the stuff that's laying around, that's what they use. So you don't bring it from anywhere else. Now, the advantage of robots is no real loss of life, which equals gobs of cash annuities to the families and loved ones who all had insurance laid out on the astronaut who was brave enough to give his life, adventuring forth into the cosmic unknown for the likes of you and I and our posterity. So, you gotta think like Scrooge. I'm hoping that the satellites we are putting into orbit around the moon will be ready soon so that common folk like you and me can see what's going on up there. Let's zoom in and speculate what's down inside the crater. The peak of eternal light has been anticipated to exist since the 1900s. So think about that when you consider the realities of remote viewing. I stroke my goat and I muse to myself of what exactly is up there within the general vicinity of the place we will soon call Moonbase Olympus, I think. Olympus is the place in the sky where the gods lived in ancient Greece. So if I was an ancient alien and lived on the moon looking over humans, maybe I'd call it Olympus. Okay, let's see. Here's some secret documents. What's this? Oh, it's a map. Lunar South Pole is being targeted for exploration because greater than 50% illumination is needed for solar power. Additionally, it contains volatile materials. Volatile only means that it melts at temperatures we are familiar with, like water and stuff. Does not necessarily mean it will explode. However, it can be used to make things that will explode, and we like that stuff because it makes rockets propel. Aliens and extraterrestrials are not hanging around Shackleton Crater right now unless there was something else that we don't know about, right? Or else we wouldn't be going there, or would we? Anyway, there's also a place there where they want to put a